Today's video is all about the Marco freshwater pumps. In particular, we're focusing on the units with the smart sensor head, the electronic ECU. The build quality of a Marco water pump is second to none, and quite honestly there's nothing to rival it really on the market. The body is made entirely of brass, it's nickel plated, the shaft is stainless steel, the helical gears inside are polymer and highly resistant to chemicals, and then you've got FKM seals and NBR O-rings in there as well. So this really is a marine grade high quality pump. So let's explain some of those advantages to you before we come back to take a closer look at this pump and some others that we have here today.
Marco electronic pressure pumps are perfectly suited for fresh and saltwater applications and are available in several models with flow rates that can go from 10 to 92 liters per minute. Thanks to the electronic control, the pump speed automatically adjusts to the water demand while keeping the pressure constant. This allows an important reduction in current draw and mechanical wear, extending the overall life of the pump. Our pumps are fully protected against short circuits, overloads, or any kind of power supply failure, giving you peace of mind in any situation. The compact design, high waterproof rating, and low noise levels make Marco's range of pumps ideal for marine applications. The pressure sensor in our electronic pumps easily detects when the water tank is empty and automatically stops the pump to prevent dry running. A set of LEDs makes it intuitive to understand the pump's operative status, while giving the user real-time warnings in case of no liquid or current overload. Controlling the pumps remotely has never been easier with our control panel, which also allows LED replication on a third-party dashboard. For larger yachts where high flow rates are needed, the duplex series are the perfect fit. In this configuration, two pumps are connected together to provide high performances in a small frame. Downtime is therefore avoided, as one pump can act as a backup. For deck washing applications, we provide complete kits consisting of a high-pressure pump, a 15 meters retractable hose, and a spray gun.
So today I've got here with me three pumps, three different sizes really, from one of the smallest units available to a large single pump, and also one of the really large duplex systems that we can take a look at as well. So I will look at some of these in detail individually, and of course there are many other products available in the range. As you will have seen in the product clip from Marco, these low voltage pumps have the smart sensor, that's the ECU sensor you see at the top of the pump here. Now it's this little kid here that actually makes the system multi-voltage, that's 12 volts to 24 volts. It does all kinds of things like protect the pump from overload, it controls the speed of the pump, it communicates when there is no more water left in the tank, it can be controlled remotely as well via a RJ45 cable on the bigger models, and it is this piece of kit that makes these Marco pumps very special in the market. What I think to be one of the main advantages of this ECU is the variable speed nature it brings to the pump, and therefore when you're calling for a small amount of water, the ECU tells the pump to run at a lower speed. Now what that means is the pump is quieter and the pump will last longer, the pump will draw less power. So really this smart sensor here provides a great advantage to the already fantastic build quality of the pump itself. Because of this smart sensor, you can actually install these pumps in a more convenient place on board. So typically a noisy water pump would have been buried in the bottom of the engine room, but thanks to this sensor it can run so quietly when only being called for a small amount of water that you can consider installing these pumps even near cabins or in living spaces on board. This pump that I've just been showing you the sensor head on is the smallest in the Marco range. It's the UP2E, and that's a 2 bar pressure 10 litre per minute pump. It's still IP67 rated, same as its bigger counterparts, but it's just a nice low volume per minute pump for small boats or areas where you don't need such a great flow. It is dimensionally a very compact unit. Jumping up the range a bit to the UP12E, this is one of our most popular pump units. There is a multi-voltage version of the pump as well as a 24 volt only version of the pump. And the difference between the two is the pressure. The multi-voltage version of the pump is 2.5 bar, whereas this pump I've got in front of me here is a 3.5 bar unit. So again, the UP12, much bigger product, but still features the same smart sensor as we can see here on the UP2. This time with the addition of an RJ45 communication cable. Now this cable can connect into a remote panel which allows you to see the functionality of the pump. Is it running? Has it stopped? Has it run out of water? As well as switch off and on the pump remotely. So this is quite a easy, user-friendly way of seeing what's going on in the pump below deck and also having some control over the pump. Both of these pumps, thanks to the variable speed system, can be used in circuits and in plumbing conditions where you don't need to have an accumulator tank. Because this sensor is constantly reading the forward pressure in the system, it knows when the tap is opened or the shower is started, and therefore tells the pump to begin working to boost the pressure back up, thus feeding your tap or shower with the water it needs. The response is very fast and the system is always pressurized, so therefore accumulators aren't really necessary. For some clients though, we do advise that a small accumulator, maybe 0.5 litre or 2 litres, can be added to a circuit just to ease the pressure on the pump and to make sure that the pump continues to perform for a long time. The next product we're going to take a quick look at is the UP14 duplex pump. Now this is the largest pump in the Marco water pump family, and it consists of 2 UP14 pumps. Internally they're housed in this nice chassis. So it's a very compact form for the power of the pump and the capacity of the pump. And because it's got 2 pumps working simultaneously, you've got always a backup pump should one of the pumps fail. The other will always continue to work. This system, as you see it here, is 92 litres a minute of flow capacity at 3.5 bar. So it's a very high performance pump. It's a pump that you would consider for quite a large yacht with a high demand of water. In the same way as the other single pumps, this duplex pump can be controlled remotely via the PCS control panel. And exactly the same as the UP12E we looked at earlier, connection is made via the RJ45 cable that you will find in the housing of the product. A great advantage of this unit as opposed to 2 individual pumps is that it's just one connection for the installers on board. Marco have neatly housed it for you already in its own chassis, made the connections between the 2 pumps, therefore you just need to plumb in and out of this pump system. So we've had a closer look at 3 pump models that range from just a 10 litre a minute through to 92 litres a minute. But there are so many more models in between, as well as models with much higher pressure outputs, even up to 6 bar. So next time you are specifying water pumps on board the project, please do talk to us, explain what you need, flow rates, pressures, and we'll be more than happy to guide you to the right pump for your project.